Hello G.I. Joe fans, this is Chief 321 right here, right now, bringing another fun-filled, exciting G.I. Joe vintage toy review. Now, I said another, and that is correct in a long line of other great people doing awesome G.I. Joe toy review. As you can tell, I'm a bit nervous, but it's okay, it's alright. This is my first G.I. Joe vintage toy review. Today we'll be reviewing Scarlett from 1982 and 1983, the swivel arm battle grip. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Hooded Commander 788 and Form BX257. Thank you guys very much for all your hard work and dedication to constantly bring us these great G.I. Joe vintage toy reviews that you bring every week. I like them, I enjoy them, they're full of information, and this is kind of my crazy spin on things. And we're going to go ahead and get started, and everybody together say, Yo Joe. Did you say it? Clutch, I can't hear the audio. Okay, we're here reviewing Scarlett from the 1982. She also was available in 1983. We'll talk about that briefly. As we take a look at her, she's got a very nice outfit. I thought that was very different because all the other Joes in 1982 and 83, or no, it'd be, my bad, 83 and 84, basically wore a lot of green. She was the only one that wore something different, even though she was a lady. She was a pioneer of her time. She was ahead of the ball. She was ahead of the curve. She was a badass, and yes, I said it. She was the first woman in the military, comic books, and in the Sunbow series, where she was basically, what's the word I'm looking for? She was right there with her brothers in arms, and she was willing to get hurt just as much as any one of them, and she would do whatever she could for her fellow Joes. I like that a lot about Scarlett. She was also my very first action figure I ever bought. Bought her at the old Hooks drugstore for under $2. I was just ecstatic when I bought her. So as we take a look at her, she has the typical articulation. She can move her head to left to right. She can move her arms so far apart. She can swing them all the way up and around. She had a hinge here at the bicep, or at the elbow, I should say, and she can move up and down. She had a rubber O-ring that loops around. Now, also, she's the only female action figure I know in the G.I. Joe vintage toy line, all the way up to this one here, that does not have a foot peg. Yeah, it does not have one at all. All the other ones, Lady J, Baroness, Jinx even, have foot pegs for their foot to be placed on the peg and stand. So she's a little hard to actually stand in place. As we take a look at her, she's got a grenade here on her shoulder. She's got two very nice sculpted and painted very well throwing stars, two of them. On her right, she's got a little pistol. I don't know if it's supposed to be kind of like tucked in or if it's supposed to be out, but as well, kids, we used it like she just kind of would, move her wrist and pop out would be the little minigun and bam, shoot the bad cobras. As you can see, she also had a very nice detail here for her knife. I think that's listed on her. Yeah, I believe it is. I believe it is listed as a K-bar knife. Now, I might be wrong on that, but this one here, as you take a look around, she's also got a nice little belt that loops all the way around the bottom part of her leotard outfit, if that's what you want to call it. She's got a nice sculpted little slingshot. I think that was a kind of a shout out to the kids growing up in the early 80s and late 70s. Very good. She has a pocket over here. She's also got a maybe a small little metal device here. Be careful, sometimes that silver does wear off. I honestly used this as kind of like she was in like a homing beacon, like you would see in the animated series. You see she's got a couple pouches on the outside and inside of her boots. Very nice. What I really liked about when they changed the mold, the only thing they really changed is they changed her straight arm version to a swivel battle arm grip. It was really cool. Very well done, guys. Good thumbs up. If you come across a Scarlett that doesn't have broken thumbs or a broken crotch, good thumbs up there for you. Now, this Scarlett here will definitely get her own toy review because this is a different year. But as you can see, it's the same mold used from the very vintage line. So I think it's very well that it's kind of like a shout out that, hey, you know, good things. Why change something that doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for here? Anyway, they didn't change it because I think they liked the mold. I know as a kid, I loved it. I had a lot of adventures with her in rock and roll and the little motorcycle that I bought. So, as you can tell, the only big difference is in the comic book series. Let me put it up back here. You see that she's got long red hair. And in the animated Sunbow series, she had long red hair. Now we're going to get to the file card right here. Hello, you can still see her right there. Her specialty is counterintelligence. Her name's Scarlett. Her file name, her real name would be Shauna M. O'Hare. This is her serial number. Her military specialties would be intelligence. Her secondary would be classified for some reason. Her birthplace is Atlanta, Georgia. Her grade is E5. Scarlett's father and 3 brothers. Now, in the animated series, it actually says the name of her father. Oh, there they go. And her 3 brothers. They were all martial art instructors. And 9 chances out of 10, they were probably Taekwondo, which is a really good system. Don't believe me? Ask Chuck Norris. Scarlett's father and brothers were martial art instructors. She began her training at age 9. She was awarded her first black belt at age 15. Now that is awesome and amazing that she was able to do that. To me, I'm sure with having 3 older brothers, she probably got picked on a lot, and it made her tougher than what a normal girl would probably grow up to be back in the 1980s and late 70s. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. She graduated Advanced Infantry Training School at Ranger School, Special Edition, Corvette Ops, not edition, be education, my bad. Military Sniper School, Special Air Force School, Marines, Taekwondo system, qualified expert M14, and this is where not only is she a badass through here, she gets even better in my mind. M16, the list goes on and on. Even a Remington sniper rifle, wow, and her crossbow, and throwing stars, Kato, and a K-bar. I think that's just amazing. Scarlett is confident and resilient. It is remarkable that a person so deadly can still retain a sense of humor. Now, I really like Scarlett. She is awesome. I really like the crossbow. It does have a sharp point. My Scarletts came with this little clear rubber band that kind of helped hold it on. And I really enjoyed her. I hope you enjoy this review, and thank you. Thank you very much. This was my review of Scarlett. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. Like I said before, this is my very first one, and I wanted it to be special. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy it. Remember to be kind and rewind. And until next time, next week we will be reviewing Rock and Roll 1983. Rock on!